Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Starladder Season 3. My name is Epi, and we are underway. We had a few cancellations of games because in the latest news, the retry has pulled back from the competition. They've been disqualified for pulling back from the next season, so they are banned from playing there. And I said earlier already on the stream, what a shocker that there's instability in the team led by PGG. Although the last one, M5, did or was present for a pretty long time, but now I heard at least they will be doing some reformation when it comes to the players or the constellation of the team. But just so you guys know, the retry will no longer be in this season nor the next season of Starladder. So right now we're just going to continue on with our program in FnaticRC versus the new squad of absolute legends. And with me is a veteran player of the Dota world. He just played for Starladder Season 3 as well against Na'Vi. He is mouz.Black. Welcome.
Hello.
So you just came out of a game, and I'm really glad to have you here, man, because I need some professional opinion on this incredibly powerful-looking lineup of absolute legends. So just for the viewers, they have G, God Kill Them All. They got Come With Me. They got Vigos, Freezer, as well as the resurrected Mania, who is actually officially retired, but came back after being probably set back on fire in regards to Dota 2 due to the International 2. So perhaps you can give us your opinion on this lineup. What do you think about those players, and how do you think will they work together?
Well, individually they're like one of the best teams out there, but they didn't really have time to practice together yet, so I think they will struggle a bit for maybe like a month until they got like practice in, and then they might be able to like roll the scene. But right now they're not as strong as they could be, obviously.
Yeah, so as you said, man, individually these guys are very well known, but I mean this component of being together as, or like working well together on a personal level is also something that lots of people don't think about. You know, you gotta be able to just get along with them, with your teammates on a personal level too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know whether they're friends or not, but like I know that Come With Me likes to play with like Russians, with G and Vigos, and Freezer is obviously like from Romania as well. So it should work out really well, because like Mania's like the most mannered guy in the whole scene. It's like I don't know.
He's just that really nice guy who can't be bothered about anything. So let's see how this works out in their first game, at least the one that I'm casting. The first time I'm casting this crazy freaking lineup of AL against FnaticRC, who are still yet have to find their rhythm in Dota 2, it seems. All right, first ban phase is over. Let's see. Well, to be honest, man, FnaticRC. They really... I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if Han and Dota 2 are so different, or if they're just having a hard time adapting, but we'll see how they will muster up against this new Absolute Legends lineup. So the first ban phase is over. We see some unusual bans in that Templar Assassin. At least I haven't seen that in the last little while. Fnatic takes out Rubik as well as Lycan. So do you think we're going to see some sort of crazy Eastern European tasting lineup from AL? Will we see like some diving or just a highly aggressive ganking lineup?
Well, I know that Come With Me is like one of the most aggressive players out there, and I think he's the captain for this team. I'm not 100% sure, but if he is, you can expect the tower diving. I don't know, they would just tower dive all game long, and probably die a lot as well.
Alright, Invoker last ban, also interesting. Invoker usually gets kind of ignored in the draft phase this time around. Let's see what the first ban's going to be. Yeah, you guys just went up against Na'Vi, and it was 15 minutes into the game. They were already knocking at your guys' door on top lane.
Oh yeah, that game was really embarrassing.
But I mean, this isn't like the usual lineup that you competed with at the International 2. This is just like a temporary roster. So do you have any let's say, more detailed information on where mouz.Sports with their Dota 2 squad are headed in the future, or is it just kind of uncertain at the moment?
It's really, really uncertain, and I don't know what Kurki or Alex plan, but I think Bamboo wants to stick with mouz. I don't know about Weezing, but I don't know. Like the future will tell, I guess.
But for this competition, at least, this roster is going to stay stable. Are you going to partake in other tournaments as well with this lineup?
In the raid call, this EG raid call thingy. I don't know the full name, but we'll take part in that as well.
Okay, so now we have Darkseer. So those are those two very powerful heroes that were still left in the pool, Naga Siren and Darkseer. Typically those tier 1 ban or pick heroes that you always look out for as a caster. And so Absolute Legends, they really prefer that Darkseer over Naga Siren, and Fnatic didn't really hesitate in just grabbing up Leshrac as well as Naga Siren in response. And the two picks that kind of round off the first pick phase for Absolute Legends are Tidehunter, so you have that big team fight, you have the tankiness, and as of late I really liked the idea of giving Tidehunter a little bit more farm. I saw him playing a solo middle lane a bunch of times, and I find him really effective that way. If you have a really strong Anchor Smash in the early clashes, you have a good Ravage, nice and fast, and then of course they picked up Morphling. Is Morphling or Anti-Mage Black? What hero do you prefer?
Anti-Mage, 100%.
100% Anti-Mage, man.
Yeah, 100%, man.
No doubt about it. Okay. Do you know any of the Fnatic boys from the past?
I've played on the team with the Era, and I know Trixie and No-Tail and Fly really well from Han. But I don't know.
Hani's missing. Is he not playing for Fnatic anymore? Do you know?
Yeah. Who's JK? Isn't that Hani? I think it is him.
Is it?
With like a different name. I don't know. I think I read it somewhere.
Okay.
That's not. Well, I could just ask, I guess.
I guess I have. You're like you are one of the pro players, so you can just hit him up and get some intel for us, man. Second ban phase. Now Sand King and Venomancer taken out. I mean, Absolute Legends, they do really need these support heroes at the moment. They have Darkseer who will need some experience, even though we saw mouz.Sports utilizing Darkseer in the jungle last game.
Big mistake.
You think? Yeah, I was just gonna ask, what was the reasoning behind that, sending him to the jungle instead of having him on the long lane?
I honestly don't know, because in my opinion, Darkseer is like the best offlane hero in the whole game, and I really don't know what happened, or why we laned like that.
Yeah, I mean, who was it? Jawade from LGD. We did an analysis of LGD a few weeks ago, and he played long lane solo Darkseer, and he had the most farm on the whole map. It's just
the hero's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a really strong long lane solo.
Yeah, if you get like double iron shot on a creep wave, the hard carry of the other lane can't even last it at all, or let alone the solo hero. He'll just like die from the iron shell.
Okay, so can you make some sense for myself and the viewers in that Bounty Hunter ban out from Absolute Legends? Like, why would they take him out?
Because Bounty is one of the best offlane heroes, and Fnatic doesn't have an offlane hero yet. Now they do.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Unless they want to aggressive try them, which is also possible, but very unlikely.
Yeah.
With those heroes. I don't know. Fnatic is a strange team, and they try out a lot of new stuff all the time.
Yeah, I mean, with the Chen, it's always the question. You can also send them, jungling aggressively. They could, in theory, go like Leshrac, Naga Siren long lane with Chen supporting them out of the woods, and that way have. I mean, Lone Druid gets solo mid, like put in solo mid position from the Chinese teams a lot too. So, whatever, they can do a lot of stuff so far.
Yeah, I don't know, like, Scylla is like the most versatile hero in the game. Can do anything. Just like Windrunner can.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
We have 1 minute left in Absolute Legends. They didn't put their sponsor logo up or anything. It's also so weird to just say Absolute Legends and you see a bunch of Romanians and Russians.
Yeah, instead of the Australians, yeah, I know what you mean.
But personally, man, I'm just really glad to see Mania again in the game. It was really sad to see him go, because if these like old Dota players leave the scene, then you also start feeling old. You're like, oh man, Mania, he's been around for such a long time, and now he's retiring. Oh man, maybe I should also stop Dota 2. Am I getting old?
Like, people that quit usually come back. Like, I don't. Did anyone ever like quit for real? I don't even know.
That's a good question, man. Okay, guys, I'm retiring from the Dota 2 scene, and then 1 year later, like, screw that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The game is just really fun and addicting. Enchantress.
I refuse that new face of Enchantress. I think it's.
Oh
really
yeah, it
ugly.
looks way too smart. Holy shit! I don't like that. Same with Windrunner.
Did they change Windrunner?
Yeah, look at their face. It's like so weird.
Oh man. Alright, let's look at this lineup though from Absolute Legends. So they have Darkseer, Tidehunter, Morphling. This is like some pretty crazy team fight, coupled with the Shadow Shaman and Enchantress. So they are able to go highly aggressive once the mid game hits and basically just never stop.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like Fnatic has a Naga Siren, but they don't really have anything to combo with it. Like, I don't know why they picked Naga without any combo. Because like the hero is made to combo with the ultimate.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean the Sand King got taken out, but they could have gone for Sand King instead of Chen, and now they're kind of missing that big AoE damage that can just follow up to sleep.
Yeah, now they kind of have to use him as like a hard carry farmer, and I don't really like that, because if you can take early fight with Naga, you can just establish like a really big map control, just win the game by that. Well, that helps a bit, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see how this is going to work out. Again, guys, this is day 11 of Star Series Season 3, Absolute Legends against FnaticRC. We're still in the phase where teams are kind of reformatting or reforming and going through some roster changes, and the sponsors are thinking, you know, how can we keep things, you know, in a way where we're not just throwing money at 5 players, but we can still make some income. And I guess this is also kind of an experiment because or to find out how big of an impact the International 2 has had on the scene or is going to have on the scene, because right now we're just after the International 2, so there's no short-term money or like no short-term money in that size as the International 2 had it to be made anytime soon. So we'll see how the sponsors or the big gaming organizations are going to react to this and how dedicated they are to the Dota 2 scene. But then again, we still have these smaller tournaments as Starladder and the Defense. And saying smaller is they're just small in comparison to the International 2. They have some sizable amounts of prize money.
Yeah, and they're like growing every season. I think Starladder just put in like another 10k of dollars like every season.
Yeah.
I like the way Dota 2 is like growing right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's not even live, dude. What the frick? This is a beta game.
Yeah, I know. It's like really weird.
Right, so let's have a look at this. Vigos will be playing Tidehunter. He's got a shotgun in his head and a sword in his hand, so he figured out that his sword does some more damage than a big anchor. G's playing Morphling. Freezer on Darkseer. Haven't seen Freezer in a really long time. What was the last squad he played on? Do you remember?
I think it was Dignitas, and then he like kind of faded away after that.
Yes, Dignitas.
I don't know whether he practiced or not, but it's good to see him again. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, at any rate now, Come With Me is playing the Shadow Shaman, and the last one we left out is good old Mania, making his comeback in the game that I will be casting him again on Enchantress.
Oh yeah, one of his best heroes.
Does Backtrack works for Void's Mana Style Illusions? Have a bet
No,
here.
it does not.
Well, you should type it to him. Ah.
That would be so stupid.
You know, I could have wrote that, and then everybody's like, "Oh man, this Epi guy, he's so smart. He knows mechanics." And then
did you know that?
No, I didn't. No clue.
So are they gonna lane Scylla middle or off lane? Off lane and Panda middle, yeah.
Alright, Era is playing that lone druid, so if he goes long then he'll have a relatively tough time. Brewmaster will be played by JK, so is that Hani, JK? It is, isn't it? I think
it should be, yeah, I think it is.
And I think he has a custom item for this. Did Brewmaster always have such a big thing, or is this a custom item?
No, it's like some, what is that? It's like a sandbag or something.
Leshrac will be played by Schneckels, and Trixie is playing Naga Siren, and No Tail on Shen. We have some warding going on all over the place. The top rune spot is warded by these two, so both teams have identical vision up top. They can see the rotations coming in from the mid solo hero. They always know where the rune is going to be, and they always know kind of where the mid hero is going to be headed if he goes missing in mid. The Dire, they have this really nice ward down here, or up here, and it's really nice for just keeping heroes out of experience range, and also good that if you're solo farming, you can see early on if there's a TP coming in and an enemy hero running at you trying to gank you, especially after that 6-minute mark or even earlier on. It's just a nice early warning system.
Yeah, totally agreed.
Look at AL, they're doing something crazy, dude.
They would have a tight farming, and they would have dual jungle as well.
Yeah.
But they would just farm until Dax is level 2, then he would go back to the top lane, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's what we used to do, at least.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the lanes. On top, it's going to be Naga Siren getting most of the... Yeah, she's getting solo experience at the moment, getting all the last hits, completely undisrupted farm, so she can also just control the equilibrium of the creeps, keep it right outside of her own tower range, while Schneckels on Leshrac, he can just pull the stack creep camp, deny full wave, and get his golden experience up, while we have Chen just farming away in the forest, perhaps going for a quick mech or whatever, probably going to be a mech, solo mid Brewmaster, and that long lane solo Lone Druid. And Era is playing Lone Druid. He's only seen like 1 or 2 creeps. I think that's one last that he's got, or 1 creep XP that he's got. Mania's rotating around toward the bottom lane. 1 Ursa warrior is about to get to expire. They're looking for a kill.
Yeah, but they're not pushing the lane though.
Yeah, Mania might be making his move right now. He's coming. Ursa is going up front. Spots out Era. Oh, look at that damage taken. Mania, he's right there. Is he going to get a first blood in this game? Freeze is coming in. Slow out from Enchantress right now. They need 2 more right clicks.
Ah, that was sad. I think he could have flashed and actually killed Daxia with the right timing.
Did he have a flash? Because he doesn't have one right now anymore in this inventory. Maybe
Yeah, he probably used it then.
Oh, maybe at
Like
the wrong
right
time.
before he died. Yeah. Oh god, that's like terrible then. It's like really gonna set him back on the lane. And
It's like the same thing like when you know you're dead, but for some reason your brain lags and you still try to TP out, and then you survive or you revive, and you're like, oh shit.
TP on cooldown.
Yeah.
Money wasted. They're actually quad laning bottom. That's quite interesting. Because like Darkseer can disturb like the hard carry so much by just spamming Iron Shell and the creep wave. I don't know why they don't do that. Because soon Fnatic can just push top with the Chen and the Leshrac.
Yeah, I mean this quad lane is it's interesting. It's cool to see. It's kind of novel in general, but I mean back in the day, Na'Vi for example, they would be able to just have a dual lane on bottom and have a jungler, and they would still take a 2 to 3 minute tier 1 tower. So right now they have 3 heroes down here. Now they have a 4th with Mania. He's hanging around here looking for a kill. And they still don't have a single tower down here, so they're splitting up the gold, they're splitting up the XP, and not to mention on top lane they have Naga Siren and Leshrac just doing their thing, and Leshrac with a level 2 Edict, he can almost do damage as fast as to that tier 1 tower on top, so...
That tower's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have an Alpha Wolf as well.
Yeah, so that's a really strong aura, that's 30% bonus damage to everything basically, and... yeah, they're pushing faster on top than we have Absolute Legends on the bottom. At any rate, they will have what Absolute Legends got to make sure is that they don't get the shorter end of the sticks when they do these tower exchanges with the enemy.
I don't know. They will lose a second tower now, I think. Wait, Chen.
Fine, now we have Darkseer up. So he's going to be spending that Iron Shell trying to slow things down, but.
Nope, not gonna fall. Darkseer too OP. The Iron Shell just pulled the whole creep wave. How stupid is that? Oh well. Not gonna complain.
Support TP is coming in, and Trixie knows he might be in big trouble. Mania has returned, and he does have a slow in 2 seconds. It's only a level 1 though, but the Leshrac stun does help him out in that regard. Vigos is here, and there's that surge, so he's gonna get into Gush range, and he does go for Trixie first. Sent back from Chen. I think Trixie's gonna be just fine, even though it's such a low level on the sent back. And Vigos is taking a crap load of damage from the Edict of Leshrac.
Shouldn't chase. Yeah, there's no point in chasing.
This is Vigos, man. He does not chase.
Holy, that almost killed him.
Vigos down to 69 HP. So yeah, it really seems like the team is just not synchronized at the moment. The chain stun Mania drops. They just aren't, as you said, man, they're a new team, they haven't played a lot together, and you can see that.
It takes a lot of time to like get well together, I don't know. But like, as their XP graph reflects right now, they have like 1k ahead in XP already. Because the quad lane bottom didn't really pay off at all.
Coming through on bottom lane. I mean, Lone Druid by now, that tier 1 tower dropped, and this is also nice for Lone Druid when it comes to just farming a little bit more safely. What I would like to see out of the Dire right now is getting a ward somewhere around here, just on that bottom rune spot, so they know if there's any kind of movement coming in behind where that tier 1 tower used to be, so that Lone Druid is able to just farm even safer. Now the initiation is coming. He's not so tanky at the moment, so come with me. He's just gonna... He doesn't even use the shackle or the hex, doesn't even need it. They get the easy kill on Lone Druid. It's 2 for 1 so far, and AL, they gotta continue doing this.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like Morphin is getting uncontested free farm in middle lane versus Panda. They will have to do something about it, but they can't really do anything about it because they don't have the heroes to kill him. It's gonna be quite interesting. I think like Morphling will 1v5 them later on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic looks kind of scary in regard that they have a Brewmaster, Lone Druid, and a Naga Siren. So later on, if it goes like really late, they have 12 item slots on Druid. They have a Brewmaster and a Siren. But you know, then again, they have a Darkseer on the Radiant side, and they have AoE disables and Tidehunter and a Morphling.
And I think they have like the perfect counter initiate here. Like Tidehunter is just gonna rape the whole initiation if he doesn't get like psyched by the Panda right away. We'll have to see how that turns out. Quick pause coming out.
And as you can see, Absolute Legends, they really... For them, there never really was a laning phase to begin with. They had 4 heroes on the bottom lane. They just took out that tier 1 tower. Now they're rotating toward the middle lane after that fight on top kind of failed. And they will just... their whole movement across the minimap, it just really tells you that they're going for this typical Eastern European play style we saw even maybe half a year to a year ago. Where it was all about moving across the map and putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the enemy side, taking down those towers, forcing decisions out of the enemy, and kind of putting them out of their comfort zone and kind of forcing them to make mistakes, and then outplaying them in these messy team fights. The big question is whether or not Dota 2 as a whole has evolved past that point. Is it still possible to do this with teams, that they will crumble under the pressure? Personally, I'm not so sure about it.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, like, people slowly realize the Chinese way to play the game is just the best. I mean, that's why they do it. They like study the game so much. They play like 14 hours every day, so they know what's best in the game. That's why you never see them like run pure gang lineups. They always have a lot of late game as well, just for the insurance. And I don't know if it will pay off what AL is doing here. But as I said, the Morphin is getting uncontested free farm, so he might be able to easily carry them later on.
Yeah. What was your impression from the International 2 in general? Like, how was it in terms of a tournament? How was it meeting all these Chinese teams too? Did you have a chance to hang out with them a lot and to kind of party with them and talk to them, or were they more shy people, I guess?
I only talked to one Chinese guy a lot, and that's like Burning. He's like my idol, you know, so I kind of try to sneak up on him. And then we like talked a lot to him, but the rest was rather shy, and they just like ran around in groups, you know, in like Chinese groups.
Little
pretty
Chinese
isolated.
mobs.
Yeah, they were pretty isolated from us.
Well, you're a scary guy, man. Probably they were just scared of you.
Dude, I'm totally not scary, man.
They're like, dude, this big European dude.
What the fuck does he want?
He's always talking to Burning.
Free lessons, man.
Yeah. So Burning, was he also shy, or was he just like a cool...
No, Burning is awesome.
Yeah?
That guy's really awesome, yeah. Oh.
He's Burning, man. He farms like a madman.
Burning is madman.
Oh, man. Now, Morphling, as you said, he's already... Alright, 49 last hits. Yeah, I guess that's about 7 minutes. So that's actually pretty good. Vigos right now in mid lane in a big trouble. The slow might be long enough for Leshrac to come in for the stun. And he used the Edict first. And it's actually Brewmaster who drops first. And now we have Tidehunter dropping. He just hit level 6 after that kill. So he did have the ulti, but not enough time to just use it. And there's Morphling using his morph to go ahead and fight up against Leshrac and Chen. But nothing more to come of it. In the meantime, Lone Druid dropped on the bottom lane to come with me on Rasta, as well as Chantress played by Mania.
I don't know why Panda died. He should have just split instantly. He had the mana to do so.
Yeah.
They might lose top.
Yeah, nice.
Or he dodged away from. It was really well played.
Nice, Trixie. Goes for the ultimate, but unfortunately she can't kill the tower. It's invulnerable during that time period, and it is within deny range. So immediately Freezer goes ahead and starts whacking away at it. Trixie moves in, doesn't get it, the tower gets denied, and he might be in trouble. Waveform hits! Chen heal.
Nice, Chen.
Yeah, great play by Chen, but he's not out of the woods yet. He goes for the TP, no disable on Morphling, but Freezer pulls him in with a vacuum, and Trixie goes down.
That was way too greedy. And the chance of actually getting it was really low.
Yeah, it was. Middle lane, Vigos barely misses the stun from Leshrac. And now Hani, he has to use that time. He really needs to catch up on farm. He needs those items. But the question is, what do you go for as a Brewmaster in this type of game? Do you finish up some boost? Do you go for like a drum or a quick blink? Like, what's the deal?
I think you need a quick blink just so you can disable the rest like right away. Because he's just gonna drop disables if you don't.
Yeah, I really like playing Rasta in pubs by now, just because of that reason. You're able to kind of set up team fights that way.
Yeah.
No tail, goes up to choke point, gets stunned, gets nuked by Ursa Warrior, and there's G, gets the last hit, and even Leshrac gonna take a fall now too, and that's the issue when you go up a blind spot that way.
Yeah, I don't really know why they did that. Like, they're giving away a lot right now. Like the free farm morphing is getting a lot of kills as well.
Yeah. I mean, this move right here, they moved themselves up this choke point. If you don't have vision up there, this is like a really dangerous move to make. Probably they felt safe because they were two heroes here. Mania might go down right now.
Yeah, nice catch.
So Trixie makes sure they do get at least something for that.
They really need to take a team fight with the Panda split though. Like, there's no reason to pick Panda if you don't take team fights.
Yeah, they haven't used it yet.
Yeah. But then again, like, Sentinel is so scary. Vacuum Ravage.
Vacuum Ravage and then a Ward Trap all 5.
Oh yeah.
That always works.
I've never seen that happen.
You guys should try that one time. In the next game, you should suggest it to Kuroki. You should be like, go Rasta, go Darkseer, and every team fight just try for the 5-man Ward Trap. Try the 5-man Ward Trap.
Yeah, you should just get a Void as well, so you just can keep them in place.
Yeah. Oh, middle lane, Vigos looking for the Ravage, but he dodges it with the Panda ultimate. So this is kind of negated so far. Vigos pretty tanky, but there's Chen, there's Leshrac, and there's enough damage to take him down. So one hero dead already for Absolute Legends. Panda loses both of his splits, so it's only the Earth Panda left. Come with me. It's going to take a fall. Leshrac in the meantime goes down on the side of Fnatic. And now the Panda ultimate does wear off, and the sandbag from Chen, come with me, really low in HP, and G, a little bit too late with his waveform, he does get sent back in time, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. Black, what do you think? Who got the upper hand right there?
Well, they lost the core farmer hero, like on the bottom lane tide was the core farmer hero, again for a support hero, so I think they just killed someone else, what?
Yeah,
I guess it was a lucky entangle or something. And now it's definitely in their favor.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, Syllabear is such a silly hero.
I hate playing against Syllabear.
Yep, me too.
Really hate it. Okay, so they have some interesting warding going on from the Dire side. They have 3 wards, 2 on the bottom rune, and 1 on top.
Was it a misclick? Why do you have... Like, I can just put 1 rune ward on the like radiant side, like right here, and it gives like the same vision.
Yeah.
Or like right here. That's weird.
Alright, Manias, he's gonna start dewarding, so he's probably been playing a whole bunch under some code names or whatever.
Yeah, he probably played the Dota 1 ward map a lot.
Man, on this computer I don't have Warcraft 3 anymore, but I miss like Pudge Wars and tower defense games.
I totally agree. I still play it a lot.
Yeah.
Like with some friends, yeah.
Oh, top lane, Freezy, he's gonna 1v1 Trixie right there. There's that net right gets pulled right back in, and Freezer only has level 1 surge. So duration isn't so long, but Trixie really has to be careful. Middle lane. Rasta Wars Ward Trap onto No Tail, and he shackles the wrong one, just a creep from Chen, but he drops nonetheless with the wards. Now Era getting slowed by Gush from Vigos, but it appears that this is it. This is the end of it. Freezer has TP'd in.
And down goes the bear. And down goes the Scylla as well.
Where's Scylla? Oh yeah, there. Yeah, G gets him on bot. Yeah, really nice.
And he wasted a TP on top of that. Just what we talked about.
Yeah, he listened to the stream and he's like, "That's a really nice idea, that Epi guy. He's so smart. I will try that."
And then he did.
Now the TP is coming in. FnaticRC, they look like they want to fight this, but a really nice vacuum into Ravage, exactly that combination we talked about. Naga Siren has to go for the ultimate, but only in a defensive way. And now we have the Shackle on Brewmaster. Well. Yeah, Panda does go down. So, even with that Naga Siren ultimate, they were still able to get 2 heroes out of it. And Absolute Legends, they don't have like the team coherency right now, but they have the individual skill to just kind of go up against Fnatic, I guess.
Yeah, but their combinations are really, really brutal versus Fnatic's lineup. I think they kind of got outpicked there. Because like they have like a Naga without any combo, and they have like a Panda without any team fight. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like weird.
That sounds kind of sad when you say it like that, but I guess it's true. They don't have, like, if they do go for the Naga Siren ultimate, then what are they going to do once they come back out of it? They can have a Leshrac running around and dealing some magical damage, but he can do it even though they're, like, even without the initiation. He can just do it that way.
Yeah. Like it's actually possible to combo the stun after the sleep, but it's like really, really difficult.
Yeah.
Really, not really reliable. Mania will be just fine.
Yeah. It's kind of scary though. What do you think about Tranquil Boots on Naga Siren? Do you go for that item too?
Yeah, I go Tranquil Boots soaring. It's like the fastest way to farm the jungle.
Oh, that courier drops. Oh man, a Soul Ring, yeah. I guess that's a really cool idea. Now Vigos, he doesn't have the ultimate, but he doesn't have a mech. He throws down the ultimate, holds Trixie in place, and I think this might be a dead one. Stun goes off from Leshrac, big team fight erupting so far. Hand of God goes through, Mania gonna be the first one to fall. He gets the heal out and might actually be safe from this. Gush flies out as well. Rasta is being camped by everybody. Naga Siren does drop, and I think, yeah, we also have a Darkseer dropping in the back end of play, and Jesus going crazy, going after Leshrac. One last right click, does get the kill. And the stun lands on Morphling as well. This just buys him a little bit of time before G can just continue right-clicking. Brewmaster now also in a tremendous amount of trouble, and Fnatic lose 3 down here.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Like, Morphling is just unstoppable. They have no single target disable at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's 60 minutes in, he already has a Ghost Scepter, 3.1k gold.
Yeah, he has Ethereal Blades. Leshrac and Chen are just gonna die.
Era gonna drop now too.
It's painful to watch, man.
Okay, so Morphling now gonna grab up his Ethereal Blade. He's got all his strength, Morphin to agility. He's got 530 base HP. He doesn't care because he goes in, just starts right-clicking.
Oh!
Here we go.
Boom.
Man, I mean, another thing with Morphling that's really nice to do as well is when Morphling is a really, for one, he's the most beloved carry player ever since the International 2.
Yeah.
And also with the replicate, you can turtle so nicely with him. You can have a replicate in base when you're turtling, and then you can move around and kind of flank the enemy, and then try to pick off a support with your Ethereal Blade combination, and then just replicate back into your teammate's base, and then you're turtling with 5 heroes against 4. They're trying to push you high ground. So we saw that actually, it was your friends from Germany, Black, from Übels Gaming. They were using exactly that combination to come back from, like, I think a 12k goal advantage just by a leaf, using exactly that combination. Always having a replicate in base, and then flanking the enemy, taking out a support, and then going back into base, having a 4v5, and that way they were just able to win in the late game.
Yeah, I don't know, like, Morphling is a really easy hero to play, but a really hard hero to master. Like, it has so much potential that you have to use. I don't know, like, Leaf is a really, really good player, like, probably one of the best in Germany, if not, probably not the best, but at least top 3.
Oh man, Freezer might get caught out. No lucky entangle for him, and as you said, they don't have like
they don't have any disable.
Yeah,
like they have entangle and Naga net.
Yeah.
Oh, G is getting so fat. It's like really scary.
So when you were able to talk to Burning a lot on the International 2, were you just talking Dota, or were you asking him any specific questions, or was it just hanging out?
Or we talked about everything. Like, I want to go to China to play Dota there as well. So I talked to him about that a lot, and just generally about Dota, like just about
Oh,
everything.
Vigos, he does get caught out right underneath the sentry ward, and he throws out his Ravage. He has support from Freezer right here, and the mechs also used Vacuum back in. Vigos might be no, he's gonna get focused down, but he did take a long time from Fnatic to get that one kill. But for some, they had a ward.
Fissured, though.
Hmm?
He shouldn't have fissured there. Now they can't really fight. They could have just gone 5 top and just pushed the tower, and now they can't really do that. Or just take Roshan or something.
Oh, come with me. He does have a Blink Dagger by now, so that's that really clutch item on Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, it's pretty farmed as well. Yeah, the poor little bear can't hit him. So sad.
He's just running after him. So you were actually considering going to China to play Dota?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty big step, man.
Yeah, I'm talking to a lot of like Chinese managers right now and stuff to get something going. But we'll see what the future brings.
Is it possible to live in China just playing Dota 2? Is the infrastructure there?
Yeah, they get like a big salary as well. Like I don't know. From what I've heard, the biggest salary they get is like 2k euros.
So those are probably the players from like IG, LGD, stuff like that?
Yeah, IG, yeah, right. The top tier players.
And they have 2k every month. Yeah. And they're like, hey man, here you have 2k each month. You just have to go get up and play video games.
Yeah, like it's like StarCraft in Korea,
Yeah. Well, this is exactly what I was looking forward to. I hope that this kind of money will also come into like the European scene soon too, because this is what makes for good Dota. You need to be able to have the pros focus 100% of their time onto Dota 2, and not having to worry about having a job on the side to support themselves.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the big reasons why China raped so hard at international. Like they were able to just study the game, even though they they had like half a year less time to practice. They still played much better than the European teams. I don't know. That shouldn't have happened. European teams should have raped Chinese teams on the land there, 100%.
Yeah, I mean even this game compared to the games we saw at the international too, it's just you immediately see the caliber of the teams going up against each other, because seeing like IG, LGD, and Navi going at it, it was just so nice to watch. I mean, you had like one of the best spots. You had like your players' lounge up there, and you had like the perfect view of everything. We just had to watch over the internet.
That was amazing. It was like the best tournament I've ever seen.
Dude, I was actually sure that Absolute Legends would just push into the high ground. They would finish the game right here, but they turned back for some reason. Right now there's a smoke use from Fnatic as well. Trixie's holding him in place for as long as he can. He's going to wait for the full duration of the Song of the Siren. His team is there. There's a blink use. Mania comes in. Vacuum as well. Big nuke. Mania is going to get focused down. Chen Heal goes out, and Chandler's the first one to drop. Now they're chasing after Absolute Legends. Come With Me is also getting entangled up. The open from Panda doing some good work. Fnatic is fighting back. They're fighting themselves back into this game. At least they're trying to. But now here's G, and he's looking for blood.
Oh yeah, he will get it.
There's a Ravage use onto 2 or 3 heroes. Godlike spree right now on G. He kills Leshrac first, and he's far from done. He's just going to continue chasing. He's a little bit low on mana though. Vigos eats the right clicks, backs himself out there. Trixie going to get sent back by Chen. And this might have actually been a no-tail. He takes a couple of damage. He comes away from, misses from G. But I think Chen is dead nonetheless.
Yeah. Now Manta set up on G as well. Well, that's just what we talked about. They can't do anything about it. They have no disable at all. It's kind of sad to see something like this. Oh god.
I mean, Morphling is the anti-mage of Dota 2 by now. In International 1 it was anti-mage who was picked the whole time, and right now Morphling, he's just so effective against within all types of lineups. He's such a great hard carry.
He's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, in the middle and early game especially. Just his waveform is so strong. Because you wave into the enemy, so you get like 2 or 3 more hits off than you usually would with any other hero. I don't know.
That was actually a really cool pick-off on Brewmaster right there. The combination from the Ethereal Blade wasn't enough to kill him, but Come With Me just blinked into a really cool position, and Ether Shock 2 or 3 more heroes than he could have gotten if he just right-clicked or clicked it on him. Now Freeze is preparing the top lane. They're pushing into the tier 2. It's on full HP, but it is certainly going to drop very, very fast.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the goal advantage is now above 12k, so it's the experience advantage in favor of the new Absolute Legends squad. And I mean, the sponsors over at Absolute Legends, they are probably happy because they have a bunch of very big names right now playing under their tag.
Oh yeah, definitely. As I said, they just need some practice time, and they might be a really, really big force in the Dota 2 scene.
Yeah. And I mean, as you said, man, Maina, he makes a really, really laid back and mature impression, you know?
Yeah. He's, I don't know, the most laid back competitive player in the whole scene.
Alright, so the pipe is now used. They are taking the high ground. Vigos waits 10 more seconds for that Ravage, but man, Chen just drops like a fly to that combination. Vigos, the longest 5 seconds ever. 3, 2, Primal Split now used from Panda.
Ravage is up again.
Yeah, stun on Vigos, and he's not in a good position. G is still going crazy up on the high ground though, and he also has the Aegis still left, so Trixie and his friends, they gotta take care of him. He starts strength morphing, there's a Ravage, and they disable everyone. 3 heroes are dead for Fnatic, none are down for Absolute Legends so far, and now Trixie also takes a fall. The Panda ultimate now is over, and he's gonna take a fall as well. It's a team wipe, and it appears that this will be about the time where Fnatic will consider calling the GG.
Yeah, this game's over. Well, what can you say?
There we go.
Just getting shotgunned.
Yes, so Kai is Hani. So I suppose Hani was playing.
Yep.
So Black, do you know Achtung in die Kurve?
Yeah, I played that.
Alright, so the viewer is currently watching. If you want to play some Achtung in die Kurve, just stick around. Maybe I can talk Black into joining us there as well. So if you want to play with us, hang around. But for now, we're just gonna wait and see Morphling revive and then go crazy.
Yeah, he's just gonna... Please kill Chen.
Please kill Chen.
No? Oh, he bought a Dagon.
And I don't think he's gonna... Come on, you gotta get Chen before the Ancient drops.
Bam! That's so stupid. He didn't even use Dagon for that.
The Dagon was just to look good, man.
Yeah. He could have just killed Naga as well. He should have done that.
Oh. Okay, so I guess the debut game for Absolute Legends, at least when it comes to the games that I cast, goes in their favor. They take out Fnatic on Playday 11 of Starladder Season 3. With me again was Black from mouz.Black. Ben, thank you very much for doing this with me. It was a pleasure having you.
Was a pleasure casting with you.
Yes, you guys will see more of him in the future as well, so perhaps he will go over to the enemy Chinese to go to the really good Dota 2 players and learn something there. But for now, guys, this was it for Starladder. This is it for me, but if you do want to play some Achtung in die Kurve with us, just stick around. I'll see you guys in just a few seconds.
Bye-bye.